Hey guys, it's your girl Londyn, and today we're going to be checking out the Vanity Makeup Signature Palette. So, if that interests you, then just stick around because we're going to get right into it. Okay, guys, so Vanity Makeup. I'm not going to lie, I thought it was Vanity Planet when I first heard about it. Vanity Planet has those like sonic spin brushes for skincare. They have I believe makeup mirrors. They're pretty much on most YouTubers' channels for sponsorships, and I thought that they had somehow come out with a $95 eyeshadow palette, and I was absolutely appalled. I was shooketh. I couldn't believe it. After doing some further research, I realized that it was not Vanity Planet, but it was Vanity Makeup. Now, personally, I might think of switching the name up because it's a little too close to Vanity Planet, but that's neither here nor there. So it is $95. It's very expensive when you kind of look at the fact that this is their first eyeshadow palette and they're not really a known kind of out there brand. I think all in it was like $107 to get here with like shipping, tax, things like that. So it is quite expensive when you look at it compared to other eyeshadow palettes that are similar that you could get from Sephora, Ulta, things like that. So first things first, let's talk about packaging because I know that when you're paying that kind of price for eyeshadow, it's not just the eyeshadows that are important. It becomes the whole thing, the packaging, everything, the whole experience becomes important because you are paying a substantial amount of money. So this is the unicarton. It is this beautiful kind of blush pink. It has this gold ribbed accents around the box. And then on the back, it kind of just tells you a little bit about the palette. It lets you know that it is 18 months, that it is 0.85 ounces, not tested on animals, vegan, made in Italy, 24 grams, and that the signature palette features 12 eyeshadows in 3 different textures, 6 buttery mattes, 3 intense shimmers, and 3 diamond sparkles. The shades in this palette melt perfectly into the skin to adapt to every skin tone. So those are some pretty huge claims, but the box is very pretty. To me, it's very Gucci-esque, minimalistic, but instead of doing like a white, they did kind of this blushy, pinky nude color. And I really did like it. And it's a nice weighted cardboard unicarton. When you get the palette itself, it is the box within a box that a lot of brands do. NARS does this all the time. And I like it because it helps to protect the palette just a little bit more. And again, the detail with this is that it is also a blush color. It's not a tan or a brown or a cream. They kept the same color that they had the original box in. Now, let's get to the actual palette itself. This is the palette. It looks almost exactly the same as the unicarton. Beautiful blush, beautiful gold edgings with the ribbons, and this is substantially heavy. This is like Pat McGrath heavy. Like you could definitely use this as weaponry if you needed to. So I do like the fact that it is a substantially weighted palette because it feels like quality. It has this beautiful lacquer shine to it, and then here it says Vanity Makeup, and this is not embossed. This is like individually put into it, so you can like feel it ridged. But unlike embossing, it is raised and almost like they individually put them on there, glued, but like before they put the lacquer on, so it's stuck in there. It's not going to come off. Gorgeous, gorgeous detailing. On the back of it, this is where you have embossing where it says the signature palette, and that is embossed in the same kind of rose color, so it's almost translucent to it, but you can feel it, you can see it. Again, it's beautiful and minimalistic. Pay no attention to this blue sticker. That's for me and me putting my makeup on my own chart so I know what I have in my collection. That does not come with yours. Here, this is a sticker, and this just has Vanity Makeup Signature Palette. Again, talking about the 12 pans, where it's distributed by, made in Italy, and their website, which is www.vanitymakeup.com. This is a sticker. This makes seem a little janky, but to be honest with you, you can pull it off because it's not really information that you necessarily need. Everything that you need is on the palette and is embossed into it, or somehow the metal is put into it. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really, really love the quality of this palette. And again, like my arm is hurting because it is quite weighty. When you open up the palette, it does have a full mirror. Now, I still have the little film over it because I don't want to blind you guys, but it is a full mirror. It is beautiful quality. You can actually see yourself and use it. I don't use the mirrors particularly on my eyeshadow palettes because I always have a mirror like in front of me. But if you were going to take this with you somewhere, you do have a mirror there. I think that that is very nice. Here are the shadows. So, some of you may say, wow, these look very reminiscent of other palettes. This is very reminiscent of the Tati Westbrook palette. And there will be subsequent videos where we compare the two. But for right now, let's just love it for what it is, and that it is a smaller version of it. And this is kind of like your staple person's dream. You kind of have your nudes, your blacks, your browns, your shimmers. If you want to have that classic look, this is a palette that could be for you. So we will do some swatches, and as I say, swatches really aren't indicative necessarily of the palette. Things can swatch horribly, perform beautifully on the eye. They can swatch beautifully, perform horribly on the eye. This is really just to give you an overview of the coloring. Nothing more, nothing less. So we're going to start off on the top, and we're going to go to the first kind of 5 that we have on the top row. So this is the bottom row to you, but top row. So we go all the way over to the brown color. This is what they look like on my fingers. I'm going to do the first one, which is this cream. You can almost barely see that on my skin. Then we have this tan. And again, I don't think these are meant to be one kind of swatched, because one swipe swatches, because that's not how you do it on your eye. But I can say that these do feel very, very buttery. These are really, really nice shades. And with fall, there's a little red shade. It's a red orangey shade. Then here's that brown back here. With the fall being upon us, I think that this is going to be nice for everyone to have. So these are the mattes on that top row. And then we're going to do the black shade. That is the last matte here in the top row. And blacks to me can be semi-hard to formulate, because I think you don't want them to be too pigmented, but you also don't want them to be too gray. So these are the mattes. Again, do I think that they swatch wonderfully? They swatch well enough. I like the coloring of them. They do feel beautiful though. So again, like I said, swatches aren't necessarily indicative of how they're going to do on your eyes. Now what I am doing is I'm wiping my fingers off, and I can tell you that they are kind of staining my fingers. So that might be something you want to watch out for when you put it on your eyes. Now we're going to get to these shimmers. I'm going to start from the back. So we're going to go with the deeper one, this kind of black shade, this bronze. These also feel good. This gold, that feels slightly smoother, almost like it is melting. And then this kind of pewter color, and then the champagne color. So let's go ahead and let's do the shimmers. So there's that. That is beautiful, and that swatch just gorgeous. Oh, there's that deeper one, that black one. Oh my gosh, these are very, very, very nice. Oh yeah, those are really, really nice. And the last one we have is this kind of just, you know, standard nudie one right here. So those are the shades right there. So I think that they're very nice. I think that the shimmers are really, whew, they're very, very pretty. So now we can kind of get into our look. I am wiping them off with just a little towel. As you can see, it is kind of even staining my hand here. So again, just something to be mindful of. So we're going to go in with our Wayne Gloss number 3 brush, and we're going to go in with, this color right here. This kind of like taupey color. We're going to see what we can do. This is going on nicely. I love this taupe color because it is cool, but it's not ashy. It's not casket ready, you know, cool. Sometimes taupes, especially that have this kind of gray brown undertone, they can definitely not fare well on skin that has a little melanation, because they can definitely look a little ashy. And this is picking up a good amount of color with just the one swipe, and it is buffing out very, very, very nicely. So that was just one swipe. I don't really want to build that color up because it's just kind of a base color. But I really like that. So I'm just using my color switch. We're wiping that off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with, all right, let's just something simple. Let's just go in with this brown color right here. Nice little standard brown. Do a little dip in. Kind of start in the outer corner. And then kind of circle and windshield wiper it up. So it definitely is, as you can see, it's definitely blowing this out a lot. Okay, we are going to go back in and do something with that, but right now in this moment, I need to put that palette down because it is very heavy. Okay. So this is really nice. I feel like these are very, very pigmented, but not so pigmented that you can't work with them. I feel like they blend out nicely, and that's what you want. Like, although you want pigmentation, you don't want the pigmentation to be at the detriment or at the cost of blendability. I would rather have something that I have to build up 4, 5, 6 times and have it be blendable than have something that comes out of the gate, you know, pow pow kicking, and I can't blend it because it makes no sense for me to have color just kind of stationary in one place. I want to be able to actually blend the color out. So I just wipe the brush off on the color switch, and now I'm just going to go back in with some kind of, I call them like haymaker windshield wiper motions, where now I'm just kind of what looks like haphazardly blending this and blowing this out. I like to do this because I think that it makes it be a little more of a grungy, grimy look, kind of like a messy bun. I think we all know someone that when they do a messy bun, it looks like a messy bun. It looks like they put no effort into it, but they look just like supreme. It looks so nice on them, like, oh my gosh. And they'll have the like off the shoulder top, and they'll have sweatpants on and sneakers, and it's just a vibe. It's just a look. And then when you try to do it, it's just like, I just look like I woke up out of bed, rolled over, and just walked to the store. It doesn't have the same feel. So I like to do this because I feel like it's giving you that messy bun kind of sweatpants sneaker look done right, done the way that we all hope it looks when we do it, where it looks effortless, but it also looks put together chic at the same time. Doesn't look too precise, but it also doesn't look like it doesn't belong. I don't know why I keep feeling like I have, look, that little eyelash that's turned in. Don't you hate that? That happens when your eyelash kind of turns in. Ugh. I'm wiping off the foundation on my nose. So I really like the way that this is looking. So now we're going to go in with a smaller brush. I think we're done with the larger brush. And this is going to be the Wayne Goss number 6 brush. It's just a little flatter. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to go in with this orange color right here. I just want to go in kind of lightly, if that's possible, because it does give you a lot of, you know, pigment on there. I just want to go kind of inside the inner corner and kind of just lay this down a little bit, just right inside of there, just to kind of give it some slight color on the inner part without necessarily taking away any of the work that we did on the outer part. So kind of starting to create a gradient of color on the inner part of the eye. And I like to do this because I think that it presents a nice look again. It doesn't look too kind of structured, but it looks very pretty. And it's quite easy to do and to accomplish, and to give you a little bit of extra color without having to cut crease or anything like that, and still allowing you to keep that kind of depth on the outside without having the colors blend over each other. So I really, really like that. I feel like that looks really, really nice. So now what I would like us to do is I want to take the Wayne Gloss number 4. I think we want to do brow bone highlight. So for brow bone highlight, we're just going to go in with the lightest color in the palette, which is this one right here. It's kind of just like a tanny, creamy color. Be a little light with it because I can tell that was probably way too much. But we're going to have to work it out and just do light brow bone highlight. Just to give a little bit of lightness up here. And that color I am trying to be very sparingly with because I don't want to have it do too much because I am a little melanated, so I don't want it to be stark white on me. Alright, so let's go in now, and I would like to, I'm going to put some lashes on, but I think I also want to line my eyes with this black just to kind of see what it does. So I want to take this, and I'm just taking my ColourPop E30, it's just an angled brush. I'm going to put it in here. I just want to line my eyes a little with it before we put our full lid color on. So just kind of stamping it. Oh, and that already looks really nice. Which again, with blacks, everybody wants a deep black, but at the same time you want a black that you can actually work with. So you want it to be workable. So that is so pretty. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Look at the difference in my eye. This is the eye with it. This is the eye without it. I can definitely see a difference. That is very nice. And that didn't take much of anything to get that on. And again, I am going to be putting lashes on, but I definitely wanted to give this a try and just see what it looked like as a liner. I love how smooth it's gliding on. I mean, done. There are some black shadows that when you do this, it will skip on you. This literally glided on almost like it was a gel. I'm very, very impressed by that. Okay. All right. I see you. I see what you're doing. Okay. I'm going to wipe that off because I want us to kind of go into that lower lash line. And a piece of me kind of wants to do the black on the lower lash line. Right? Should we? Would that be too much? Okay, we're going to do the brown. I think that the black would be too much. We're going to do the brown that we did the outer corner with just to tie it together. And we're going very close to the lash line. And we're going in right until you get to the inner third. And again, these are just, they're so smooth, guys. They're incredibly smooth. This is a beautiful look, just like this. These are just, I'm so surprised at just how smooth these are. Now we're going to take the ColourPop E20, which is a flat brush. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into, well, okay, I think we're going to kind of blow that out, and I think we're going to blow it out with that orange color. Just lightly. I'm going to see how that looks. Just very, very lightly. And that we're going to bring in up to the inner third. We're just going to lightly again, just kind of blow that slightly out, just so that orange can kind of mesh with what we have on the eye. And I'm just really liking this look. And these aren't necessarily shades that you can't get from another palette. Let's be kind of totally clear on that. You totally can, especially if you have any of the Tartelette palettes. The Tartelette Toasted in particular, you can probably get this matte look at least from it. But the blendability of these, the butteriness, these absolutely do feel buttery. Like, I kind of reading that, you're like, okay, you're making a lot of claims, but these do feel buttery. Will they blend in and melt in with any skin tone? I don't know. I only have my skin tone to go off of, But with my skin tone, I feel like they are literally blending in with it. And then we're just going to go back and we're going to take the Wing Gloss number 4 brush. We're just going to kind of do a quick brush. There's nothing on here. This is just to make sure that everything is kind of going in with each other and doesn't look harsh. And I really like that. Now, here's the fun part. Now it's time to go in with the color. And I think that typically I would want to go in with one of these kind of bronzy colors, but I think I'm going to go in with this gray pewter color because that looked really, really pretty. And I really want to see what this one can do. That's this right here. So let's take a little... Ooh, I think this is a diamond. One of the diamond shades. Wow. That is pretty. So it's not a metallic. If you put the black down and then put this over it, oh my gosh, I feel like that would be beautiful. So we're going to take it up a little bit. Again, you guys know I have hooded eyes. That's why I take my shimmers up. Very, very pretty. That is so freaking nice. Very, not too gray, not too champagne-y. Really is able to work, I think, with a majority of shades. Oh, this shine. This shine, guys. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, it looks almost wet. It really does look diamond-esque, right? Okay, so I think that we're pretty good here. So as you know, now is the time where I'm going to take our smaller brush again. I'm going to take that E20 brush and we're going to go in now with this champagne color that's right next to it. And we're going to take that on the inner third and just kind of blend these two together. So inner third and then bring it up and blend the two together. And these two work perfectly with each other. Oh my god, this looks so... It's like high shine but not metallic. It's wild, guys. Look at this. This is wild. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to take our blending brush, our ColourPop JH30, and you know that I like to just lightly go over the edges of the shimmers so that way they look blown out. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Like I said, the colors are resembling Tati's, but I can say that I don't necessarily know if I feel like the shimmers feel like Tati's. I will have to pull that back out again when we do our comparison because it's been some time since I've used the Tati palette. And then I'm going to take again that E20 brush from ColourPop, take it into the color switch, and we're going to go back where we have the matte and the original diamond color meeting, and we're just going to make sure that edge flows into each other and isn't too harsh. Oh my. Okay, now we're going to take our E28 from ColourPop. This is kind of just like a rounded dome, small dome, because we're going to do our inner corner. In the inner corner, we're going to go in with the lightest shade right here. I think that that is appropriate. Oh my... Guys, holy crap, stop the madness. I've had this palette, I think it might have come out a month ago. I've had this palette just sitting there. I hadn't touched it, I hadn't used it. I wanted to do a video on it. Oh my freaking goodness. Guys, I can't. I just literally can't. So we use all the mattes. So we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes. And then of the shimmers or diamonds, we use the first 3. So we use the champagne, we use the kind of creamy color, and we use the pewter color. So the only things we didn't use were the bronzy colors, the bronzy orange, the deep brown bronzy, and the black shimmer. So only 3 shades out of the palette we didn't use. And I feel like, ugh, I have a little hair from a brush. I feel like these are gorgeous. I mean, come on, guys. This is the palette. Stop it. Get out of town. Oh, I'm not even showing you the whole palette. Get out of town. Are you kidding me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lashes, the application of that, come back, we're going to chat, we're going to see what the final look looks like. I can't even talk, I'm tongue-tied, it's so pretty. And we're going to see where we're at with that and have a little chat about. So I'll be back in 2 shakes. Okay guys, we are back, and as you can see, I decided not to do lashes. I decided that I wanted to see if this new mascara combination I have could allow my lashes to really kind of hold down the eye look on its own. Because as you guys know, I like the way lashes look, but I'm not about that fuss and muss. I don't like to really go through doing the lashes. And to be quite honest with you, this look was so pretty. I really did not want a chance messing up the eyelash glue and ruining the whole look. Like I did it last time and I got a little bit of it on the inner part and I was really upset because once it's there, it dries, you can take it off, but you can always see that it was kind of there. So I didn't want to risk it with this one. So what I did was I put some, I had this on before, but I put some more on. This is Victress from Propa Beauty. And this is just a brown nudie color. And I love this. I love Propa Beauty. Awesome, awesome company if you're looking for nude colors for those of us who are melanated, or because your version of nude is a bit deeper than tan or beige. I definitely would give them a little check skis because I think that they have a beautiful formula. It is soft, so you have to be careful with it, but I think that's a very pretty color and product. The next thing I did was I used my Patrick Ta eyeliner pencil, and I used this in the color Rich Brown, and that's what I lined my waterline with, and I think that it just came out so pretty. These Patrick Ta liners are expensive. I think they're $25, but they really are quality liners. They stay put, no fuss, no muss, but you can also blow and blend them out if you want to. I think that if you have the extra coinage, I think they are definitely worth the investment, but they definitely are an investment because they're $25 for a liner. But I know that a lot of people, especially if you're putting it on your lower lash line, the fear is it's going to start to bleed throughout the day. And I have not found that even with the black from Patrick Ta that it has done that. So again, it's an investment, but it is an investment. Next thing I have is the combination for my mascara. Now this is something that I'm going to be doing another video on, but these are new to me. So this is from KVD Beauty. This is the Epic Curl Lash Primer. So this is a lash primer, and this is a black lash primer. All the other lash primers I've seen have been white. This is black, and even if you take time and let it dry down, it does not make your eyelashes crispy. So that way when you put mascara on, it's also crispy. It stays flexible, but you also can wear it on its own if you would like to. I like to put this on my upper lashes and my lower lashes, but you have to be careful because the wand is quite large. So especially when you are on the bottom lashes, you want to be very careful. I mean, it's going to take some time. You're going to be doing some precision work there because the brush is so large. The actual mascara I use, I got it from a BoxyCharm, and this is from, I don't know if it's Veen or Oveen, but it's the Dragon Lash Tubing Mascara. This is what the box looks like. So this is not, oh man, what's her name? Nikita Dragon. Hers is Dragon Beauty. This is Dragon, like with an O, Lash Tubing Mascara. So I really do like tubing mascaras because they stay on your eyes and they don't run because you have little tubes. This is what it looks like here. Very cute packaging. And I really do like the wand. It's flexible, but it's stiff. And it has these beautiful brush, if you can see, they're longer brush spikes on one part of it. So as you roll it up, it really pulls through the lashes to be able to tube. And I personally think it did a great job at kind of mimicking the length and the fullness that an eyelash would give you without having to put them on. So I don't think that this needs any eyelashes, but I think that if you wanted them, you could do them. I think if you don't want them, that this look really holds its own with it. So guys, back to this baby, right? I mean, this is the eye look we got. It's so pretty. Really like this. What are you guys thinking about it? How do you like it? What I will say, the shadows were creamy, shadows were buttery. The shimmers, the diamonds, they were beautiful. As you saw, they literally did melt in with my skin. They're absolutely gorgeous. Do you need this palette? Of course not. You don't need any palette. However, I think that if you were wondering if the $95 was worth it, I will say that especially if you don't have a lot of colors in your kind of makeup repertoire, if you're just starting out, these are very easy to work with. They are kind of those staple colors. So they don't have the blues and the purples. They're very staple. So you can do a lot of variations of looks. They can hold down some brighter colored palettes that you have, or they can just be your everyday kind of palette with the spark of something because of that secondary row. So I think that if you do have the availability of funds and you don't have a wide collection, I think that this is a really nice palette. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised in the quality, not only of the shadows, but of the packaging, that you really feel like you're getting your $95 worth. If you're somebody like me who has a 400 plus eyeshadow collection, these are not shades in which you don't have. Now they may be in other formulas, they may be different kind of applications as far as ease of use, but the shades themselves, even the bottom row, the shimmers, you have these shades themselves somewhere in there. Do I still think that you would quote unquote need it? No, I think you probably could get away with what you have in your collection. But if we're talking about formula, if you were to compare this to maybe like a Tarte, these are much smoother. These shimmers, these diamonds really just melted in. I thought they were very easy to use. When I looked at the fallout, I have a couple specks right here, right underneath the lashes, but it's nothing that you even need to wipe away unless you wanted to, but it's nothing big. So I think that, do you need it if you have a larger collection? No. Would it be added? If you add it to your collection, would it be an add to your collection? Yes, I think that your collection would definitely be benefited from having it. I don't think you would have it and be like, oh, why did I get that one? I think that you probably would find yourself decluttering some other shadows in order to keep these ones. So I think that, for all around, if you have the extra availability of funds, I think that this is not a purchase in vain. However, I do think that you want to take into consideration the price. Essentially, it's $100. You want to take into consideration the price, but I think you also want to take into consideration how frequently you use kind of these more staple colors with pops of shimmer. If it's something that you think that you're going to use frequently, then I think that it could definitely be an investment to your collection, whether it's large or small. If it's something that you're just looking to try, I don't know if it's necessarily worth the $100 just to simply try it, because this isn't in Sephora. You can't touch it. You literally are purchasing it sight unseen as far as being able to know anything about it other than what you see in video. So I don't know if that risk is really worth taking, although I think it's a fantastic palette. I think that if you're looking to splurge on it, you might kind of want to wait until somebody you know has it so you can see for yourself, really feel it, touch it, see it. But I do think that it is a fantastic palette, and I bought it sight unseen, blind, because I was just interested, but I absolutely 100% would buy it again, especially knowing what I know now and just seeing this look and how beautiful that it is and how easy it was to use. I mean, those shadows you guys saw just blended themselves. They were pigmented, but we definitely weren't getting a subculture vibe. They blended themselves out. So I think it's a very beginner, intermediate, advanced friendly. I think that if you're a makeup artist, that might be something nice for your kid, just to, especially kind of bridal makeup, to have a bride see you pull this out. To me, this, I'd be like, ooh, pulling out the big guns for me. And then to kind of just see the layout in here, I think it just makes you feel special to have this. I think it would make somebody feel special to have you use it on them. So overall, I think this is a 5 out of 5. Does anybody need it? No. But would it be a positive addition to your collection if you got it? Yes. I don't think that you would be disappointed in performance, in quality of the shadows, or in performance or quality of the packaging. I think that Vanity Makeup took great care with everything from start to finish. Again, they are made in Italy, and they definitely feel luxurious. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1 but 2. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Let's get a conversation going. And guys, I always love when you spend time with me. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified of all my new videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and head over to Instagram, follow me at Londyn so you can see what I do when I'm not here with you on the YouTubes. Again, guys, I always appreciate you spending time with me. I love you so much, and I will miss you until our next video, but I do have to go. I hope you enjoy your day, and until next time, guys, I will see you on the flip side. I love you guys. Bye.